action-packed occasion. We'll have every kick of the ball for you live on EA TV. And good evening to you from the Parc des Princes here in the French capital, Paris, the venue for tonight's action. I'm Derek Ray, here in the commentary position, joined by Lee Dixon to help me describe all the action. We've got action from the round of 16 in the Champions League to bring you. This ought to be a fantastic watch, Lee.
Round of 16, Derek. This is where I feel that the smaller clubs still have a chance to knock one of the big teams out as the competition goes on a little bit.
The goalkeeper relatively untroubled.
Yeah, he's not going to let that one in, Derek.
Introducing the Paris Saint-Germain starters. The Costa Rican Keylor Navas gets the nod in goal. Toby Alderweireld plays alongside Kalidou Koulibaly in central defence. Ander Herrera starts alongside Marco Verratti in the engine room. And up front, Kylian Mbappe plays with Chiroit. Will he finish? An attempt like that, never likely to trouble the keeper.
No, he's got his positioning right, but it was a poor shot in the end.
An exciting talent who has everything a forward needs to be successful. Lee, what are you expecting from Mbappe?
Well, he'll do well to beat his previous hat-trick, but the form he's in, I wouldn't put it past him.
Well, the attack promising as it was, scuppered there. Here is Juan Bernat. Here's Mbappe. Immobile now. Bernat. And scope for them to produce something exciting. And a chance for them to nudge in front. Neymar! There it is! And just the ideal start.
Well, it is good play. You might question the defending, but I prefer to be positive. Really good build-up and an easy finish.
And back in business, advantage PSG. Well, that is how to run at defenders. Neymar! Almost his second goal of this match, but the goalkeeper had his own views on that subject.
Well, he'd be looking for a brace, the striker, not to be on that occasion.
Still alive. Well, he failed to get it away properly. Herrera. Mbappe! High degree of difficulty to hit it on the volley like that, and it was close.
Well, it's all about timing. You've got to wait for the ball to come down, and he's very, very unlucky.
Rakitic. Here's Ronaldo. It's neat passing, confidence on the ball. Well, that's very smart defending, and now they have the ball again. What a shocking pass, really. And Ramsey. Onto Ronaldo. And putting his body on the line. And the defender finding a solution to the problem. Di Maria. Meunier. Bernat. Verratti. Ander Herrera. Well, great read there to intercept. Rakitic. And that's an important intervention. Mbappe. Bernat. Plenty of players waiting in the middle. And Neymar. Tremendously strong in the tackle. Rakitic has seen his pass gobbled up. An important interception. I'm not sure if it's entirely fair, Lee, but around this stage of the competition, the doubters start expressing themselves with regard to PSG.
Yeah, I think you and I are two of those doubters because it normally falls apart towards the latter end of this competition for PSG. The owners are looking down, wanting to win the trophy. I'm sure the players are too, but expectation levels have got to be managed and need a little bit more from PSG, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they have had so many nearly moments in the knockout stages. And played in. Well, it might still work out for them. A decisive clearance it was. Here's Carvajal. Preferring to go infield. Wonderful block. I have to say, whenever I come here to the Parc des Princes, I'm reminded of 1981 and Alan Kennedy's dramatic winner for Liverpool in the European Cup final against Real Madrid.
Yeah, full-backs union. You don't see him up in that area of the pitch very often, but what a goal that was. Created a brilliant atmosphere at the end of that game.
Well, he stopped them just when they looked menacing. Bernat. Space afforded him. And delivered by Neymar here. Well, he got the touch on the ball, and so a corner it'll be. Over it comes. Well, the clearance half-hearted. Whatever it takes to keep them out. Alexandro. Tactically quite clear what they're doing, trying to get right on top of their opponents. Di Maria. A highly purposeful attack this, the emphasis on getting the ball forward. Happy to take on the shot. Crucial intervention just then amid impending danger. An awful lot of green space to run into. And space for the cross. And they deal with the threat this time. Rakitic on the ball. And the shot decidedly lacking accuracy.
Well, he had other options as well, but he chose to shoot.
Di Maria. Ciro Immobile. Di Maria now. Under Herrera. PSG on the move with purpose. What can they do from this particular position? Well, they've won themselves a corner and a chance perhaps to add an additional goal for security.
Well, Derek, listen to that noise. The crowd can sense something. Can the players use that to their advantage? They really, really need to put this pressure on.
Well, he's out, giving it a try. And in the back of the net for PSG, their lead extended to 2 now.
Well, it's brilliant, positive football. That's what the fans pay their money to come and see. What a goal.